Today I'm going to focus on God's love. There are times when the world's version of love, conditional, fleeting, or unreliable, leaves us questioning God's love for us. If our relationships haven't been loving, we may start to seek love elsewhere. This search for love outside of God traces back to the lie in the garden. Adam and Eve had direct access to the Father without any mediator. Yet the serpent deceived them, suggesting that God was holding something back, that being made in His image was not enough. The enemy made it appear as if God's best was not available to them, sowing dissatisfaction. But the truth is, God is enough. When I feel unloved, revisit difficult moments from my past, or experience stress, loneliness, frustration, correction, or fear, I make it a point to remind myself of God's love. This practice is like a spiritual breath, a moment to pause and center myself in God's truth, much like an app reminder to breathe. Remembering God's love is essential for my spiritual well-being. The definition of redeem aligns with its scriptural usage: to repurchase or buy back, to recover or regain possession, to liberate from distress or harm, to secure release from captivity by paying a ransom, to discharge from blame or debt, to absolve, to deliver from the consequences of sin. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verses 19 through 20 reminds us of an exchange. Our ownership has changed because God has redeemed us. We're encouraged to see ourselves and our bodies differently. Redemption requires that the redeemed possess value to the Redeemer. To live differently, we must first think differently about who we are. The world sets limits on our value: credit scores, collateral, spending limits, and what we can offer. By contrast, God's value for us is not based on what we can do, but on who we are. While the world defines value by ability or assets, God demonstrates that we're valued simply because we're His. Christ died for us while we were still sinners. With Him, it's not just that we have value, but that we are valued. Being created in God's image means every human life has intrinsic value. Intrinsic qualities come from within. Motivation, worth, and identity are not determined by external rewards, but by our inherent nature. It's good to treat people as having intrinsic value. Unlike extrinsic value, which is shaped by outside factors, intrinsic value cannot be changed or diminished. Our worth is not based on race, ethnicity, economic status, social standing, or physical attractiveness. The image of God completely disallows any form of prejudice. We were bought with a price, and at a price, but not for a price. God places immeasurable value on our relationship with Him. He didn't limit the cost. The debt could only be paid with His life. There's no limit to the value God places on us. The cost was never too great for Him. He counted the cost and paid it willingly.